What is up, everybody, and welcome back to IFTV's podcast. Guys,
finally,
it's been a long summer without everyone, and now we're all five at the table.
First time all five of us, right?
Say something.
After you.
Oh man, we are the underdog.
Antonio, you've called me nonstop for the past month that we need a podcast.
Okay.
The people have been commenting that they want a podcast.
No, I had people on the street that said to me, guys, we need a podcast. So then I referred the same question to you. But I'm so happy that Peter is over here because Peter is going to be the number one, target for us today.
Why?
Target?
Because
item or something?
According to all the rumors that's going on the league, on the street, on the field, and everywhere, Inter is going to win everything.
Who are you talking to?
The treble
Who
again?
The
treble again?
Juventus.
Who are you talking to? Who
They have got Nainggolan, they have got this Lutero, whatever is his name.
Lautaro Martinez.
Okay. They have got every best player, and probably they're still going to get Modric. It's not out of the question until August 31st. Don't say it. We don't know. It could be the Modric signs for Inter. So,
Peter, I think he's just trying to curse Inter because he's mad about how Milan's
They're just jealous, you know.
I think that's what
we are jealous. Absolutely, we are jealous.
Listen,
we got a reject from Juventus, Higuain. I mean,
a reject?
Yeah.
He's gonna score more goals than all of your strikers combined in the past 10 years.
I hope I'm wrong. But Higuain is some sort of washed out, something that washes on the shore.
Did you see the goal he scored?
He scored a goal first game.
No.
Anyway, guys.
How many goals is Higuain going to score?
Okay. I just hope he scores as many goals as we need for us to make the Champions League.
What's your number?
I will say I will keep him if he scores 20 goals. Anything less than 20 goals, I will just throw him on the garbage.
Anyway, guys, this mercato in the Serie A has been the most ridiculous since the past, I don't know how many years that I can remember. We've got champions who want to come back to our league again. We've got Inter who stepped up big time this summer. Big time. They're making a real push to make the Serie A interesting again, and I think that's amazing. Roma and Napoli's mercato have both been a little bit strange. We'll talk about that. And of course, Juventus signed Cristiano Ronaldo, the biggest signing in how many years? Antonio's a little bit upset, but we gifted Milan a little gift with we took Bonucci back, and you guys got Caldara and Higuain. But Milan, you guys got rid of Fasone and Mirabelli.
Mm-hmm.
You got Leonardo, and in 2 weeks he's made you guys better than you guys did all year.
And we got Maldini. You forgot to maintain.
Okay, of course, the legend himself.
So, guys, brace because this is going to be a very good championship. I mean, Juventus, they think that they won, and Inter too. I think it's going to be between the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to just be fighting for the championship. But I see Inter smelling blood this year. Okay.
100%.
So Juventus, I don't think he's got it locked up, even though you got Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo has
I agree.
He's going to have to go through so many defenses that he's going to just his brain is going to twist.
It's going to be tougher. No, it's going to be tougher for him in Italy. I think that's like the misconception.
He's not going to have the most goals. I'm telling you guys from now.
Your boy Cassano gave an interview. I'm going to read some of the stuff he said. He predicted the top 4 Capocannonieri chart.
And what did he say?
Who do you think is going to be?
Well, I would say Cutrone.
No.
Maybe Cristiano. He would say Cutrone, Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe. I don't know, Immobile, I would say, and maybe Higuain,
Okay, this is what Cassano said. Cassano said Ronaldo, then the rest. He says Higuain, Dzeko, and Icardi. And he says Ronaldo's going to score 40 goals in his first
50.
season. This is your boy Cassano. This is not me.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to call him up.
You mean you disagree with Cassano?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that allowed?
No.
Well,
hey, listen.
He must disagree on one thing.
Yeah,
because
Peter.
Cassano is a Inter fan.
Well, yeah, but
true and true.
You got him.
But he bleeds AC Milan blood.
He's an Inter fan, but he bleeds AC Milan blood.
Listen, I'm gonna make an official, guys. Listen, for everybody that you don't know, I'm officially saying that the Brooklyn Italian, courtesy of Joe Barone, has entered the over 50 league in the Long Island soccer league organization. And we're going to be starting this spectacular league.
Who the hell cares about this?
We do, the middle of September, because I'm playing, Gaetano is playing, and a lot of the whole stars of the Brooklyn Italian, they're going to be playing. Maris Bart is going to be playing, Gino's going to be playing, not that Gino played for...
Nobody knows these people.
Yeah, they know, but you play for...
The only reason people care is if we go and record some of these.
And a lot
today, we all played before this.
Right.
And you played against my dad, but who won?
We did. AC Milan won.
AC Milan won?
Is
that true?
Yes.
AC Milan against who?
Yeah, I mean, the people wearing the Milan shirts, they
We
won.
were not wearing AC Milan shirt.
So anyway, we're Ponytail playing with us, Mike, even though he didn't do anything,
Ponytail.
but we won.
Anyway.
All right, so let's go back to the thing over here, Peter. I think that you guys have all to lose this year
No,
because
you
of
cannot.
the amount of money that you guys have spent. You have to just leave it on the field right now, because if you don't do it, there's going to be problems.
Well, I don't think that. I think we could be one of the top competitors for the Serie A race, but it's still early. Inter hasn't been in Champions League for such a long time. They're gonna have to adapt to that. They're in pot 4, so they're probably gonna have a really tough group. So we have good players. We had a good campagna acquisto. No? We signed 2 players that were starters for the Serie A teams. One Asamoah and De Vrij from Lazio.
Nainggolan.
But those 2 were free transfers. So this year we actually made some smart moves. Nainggolan, Politano, these are all guys that played in Serie A. They know what to expect in Serie A. In years past, we've always gone after some players that were outside, whether it's Kondogbia, João Mario, and these guys were all supposed to be great players. But playing in Serie A is different than in other leagues, So you have to give the time to adapt. Spalletti, this is his 2nd year. I really think that he can bring Inter to the promised land. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
What is the promised land?
The promised land will be to win the Scudetto. But the thing is,
what about the champions? With all the signs that you have, the promised land should be the Champions League.
You think Inter should win the Champions League this year?
No.
Listen,
you cannot say that.
If you spend that kind of money and you don't win the
Champions
Champions
League,
over 200 million.
They didn't spend that much.
Juventus spent all that money on one player.
Yeah.
Let me see how much Inter spent.
They spend a lot of money.
Okay, but Inter has done an incredible job with what they're signing too. It's not just bad stuff. This is honestly, when there was Lazio versus Inter, and I'm sorry to the Lazio fans, this is why I know you were going for Lazio. I was going for Inter for this reason. Serie A, in my opinion, needed Inter to do this kind of thing. They're creating a team that's competitive in the league. Champions League is not. Listen, you guys could do good in Champions League, but you're not going to go on and win the Champions League.
It can't be an objective to win the Champions League.
It can't be an objective.
The objective is to get out of the group stage and then move on, but you cannot have an objective to win the Champions League.
It's the first time they're back in a while.
In
yeah,
6 years.
You gotta be realistic.
With Napoli, in my opinion, and Roma taking a step back for next year, I think that Inter are clear the challengers for Juventus. And Cassano said the same thing. Cassano said that Inter is going to be the only team that's able to challenge.
Listen,
Juventus.
I have news.
I
have news for all of you, and I wanted to know what's your opinion. With all of those guys that they played on the World Cup, I don't know how rusty they're going to be, because those guys, they have a lot of tiredness on their legs. They put a lot of miles down over there, and they're really tired. So I wanted to see how much they're going to be producing in the beginning of the Campionato, because this could be a big factor. You can have the biggest name over there on your team, but I like to see what they're going to leave on the field.
As a fact, Roma spent more than Inter this Mercato. So by your standards, Roma should be winning the Champions League.
Well, Roma is not a team that is going to be easily be beaten by anybody. So
I don't know.
It's your team.
Why don't you give some numbers? The
top spenders in all leagues, Juventus is the first top spender. It's the first time since 2002 a Serie A team has spent more than a Premier League or a La Liga team. So that's Juventus. Second was second was Liverpool, then Chelsea, then Barca, then Real Madrid, then Atletico, then Leicester, and then Roma.
Wow,
so Inter's not even in the top
insane.
8 over here.
That's insane.
But I think that Inter didn't spend that much. De Vrij was free. Asamoah was free. Keita Balde too. Keita Balde is going to Inter, from Monaco. Yeah. And they're doing it smart. They're getting a loan with obligation to buy.
Option to buy.
They already got their fullbacks at Asamoah, Cancelo. They already improved just by that. Now they're just
Inter is covered.
Not Cancelo, Versalico.
Versalico's he's a warrior in the World Cup.
Final, with his team. Another great purchase.
No, and again, a lot of those Perisic and Brozovic and Versalico and all of those people, those are people that they have a lot of mileage down over there. So you need to change the oil, and you need to do a little fine tuning for them to get them into the groove of Serie A.
Granted, but at the end of the day, it's like every other World Cup year. It's the same.
I hear you, but this is if you see it historically, the people even when you win the World Cup and you play this many games and you have that many mileage on your legs. In the beginning of it, you struggle. Those are the major teams. They always struggle.
The thing is, Inter didn't play in Champions League, didn't play in Europa League. So the players like Perisic and Brozovic have those games that they haven't played. Maybe someone like Modric who went.
Icardi is going to do very well because he didn't go to the World Cup. Dybala is going to do very well because he didn't go to the World Cup. Higuain, he didn't play much in the World Cup.
Yeah,
Those are the
Dybala
people that
went
are
to-
going
but
to
he
do very
didn't
well.
play much. But the thing is, you cannot just base it on that because also nowadays it's a different preparation for the game. A lot of the players now, they're more than just soccer players, they're athletes and they take care of their body, they're eating the right way, and they know how to keep the endurance up. So I mean, you have to see. I'm not going to expect that the first month Inter's going to be roaring.
Gaetano, what do you think about
What do you think
this?
about Inter?
No, I think that everybody gets a month vacation. Whether you play the World Cup or you don't play the World Cup, you get a month vacation, and then they recharge their batteries, and they're ready. When the season starts, I mean, they have already a month preparation behind them. They'll be okay.
What do you think about Inter in general next season with all the signings they made?
Oh, Inter, I think it's a very exciting time for Serie A, and you need teams that spend some money so that they can be competitive. I think Milan is improving with Higuain, even though you don't think so, but Higuain will score 20 goals. It will give you his 20 goals.
Oh, I hope you're right.
And that, I mean, what happened to Kalinic? How many goals did he score?
We got rid of him. We gave him to
But that's what he's saying.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but how many goals did he score? It's not
Nothing.
easy to score 20 goals in Serie A. You know, there's very few players that can score 20 goals. And even though you buy some players, you think, oh, okay, they're going to do great. They get there and they don't produce.
Milan made a steal with that move.
I think
you guys
that,
made a steal.
that,
With what, Higuain?
yeah.
With
And
Higuain,
Caldara.
you did Higuain and Caldara.
And
for
Caldara
Bonucci.
is
Come
also
on.
I mean,
He's
is
they're
also
alone with
he's a
options,
very
man.
good player. He's young. It was sad that he left Juventus because his heart was with Juventus after the few years that he spent in Atlanta. He was preparing himself, but you know that's the way it goes.
Hey, listen.
And
I
Inter
gotta,
bought some good players, so it's all good for the start of the Serie A.
I
which
have
is
news
what,
for all
in
of
a-
you.
in a week.
I have news for all of you. I think AC Milan has got the best defense right now. Starting with the goalkeeper, we have Donnarumma, we have Caldara, and we have Romagnoli.
1 week you love Donnarumma,
The two-
1 week you hate Donnarumma.
The two best center into the Serie A, we have them on AC
Why,
Milan.
you don't believe Skriniar is
I
better
don't know about
Antonio,
that. I don't know.
They're
Antonio,
close.
Conte and Calabria also. All
Conte,
talent
Calabria,
defense.
We have
Skriniar,
Conte back and we have
Romagnoli.
Calabria. So we have plenty, and we have.
still to be proven.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing
Yeah,
that
I
You
know.
says
have the
that
potential to
Antonio-
have the Serie, the Italian national
We
team's
are going to be the surprise
defense.
this year
I
in
believe-
terms of not to overtake Inter because Inter
Oh.
they're going to win everything.
I like how you're saying it like that.
But Milan can be the surprise
Yeah.
with all the money
I
that
agree.
we didn't spend.
Where do you see them?
With all the money that we didn't spend, we're going to be the surprise this year.
What
Because,
surprise? Champions League?
Yes.
I think so too.
Okay.
We'll make more of a prediction later on. We'll
All
make
right.
them wait. But in general. Okay, we'll talk about Juventus a little bit because we haven't commented with Peter. Cristiano Ronaldo, Douglas Costa, Mandzukic, who else am I missing? Dybala, up top, Bernardeschi.
Just to give you the lineup, what it looks like, it's going to be Szczesny in the goal, Cancelo, Bonucci, Chiellini, Alessandro, Matuidi, Pjanic, and
Emre Can.
Emre Can, Douglas Costa, Ronaldo, Dybala.
Wow.
So what?
That's a pretty good. That's a
what?
pretty good lineup.
Peter, what do you think?
They're
And
definitely the favorites to win the Scudetto.
How about the Champions
They-
League?
Listen, they spent the money. That's the reason why they went after Bonucci. That's the reason why they went after Ronaldo. That's the reason why they keep most of their players. They want to win the Champions League. They put all their eggs in the basket for
Peter,
this
he
year.
forgot to say the best one in Juventus is the guy that the Direttore Allegri is the biggest loser over there. 3 times he went to the final. He never won a Champions League
2
final.
times.
So okay, fine, 2 times. So he's the main one. The guy should be the first one to just get rid of it and just put another coach over there.
When you have Allegri, if he has no problems with the players and he has a sense of stability, so he's been there for a while, he knows how to run the show. Sometimes when you bring in a new coach, it's not so easy to get everyone
There's
on
not
the
even
same
a- there's not even a
page.
question. There's
So
not even a question.
he doesn't deserve to be sacked. He
can't
doesn't
even
deserve
talk
to
about that.
leave. He's won the Scudetto the past.
I have a
certain
question
years
for
that
you.
he's
Did
doing that.
Bonucci apologize to him to come back to Juventus? Or did they?
Listen, those things are done privately, and I'm sure that was discussed.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Juventus is not getting Bonucci if they don't have Allegri's approval.
I was at the press conference when they asked that question because I spent a few days with Juventus when they were on tour here, and they asked about that. And what Allegri said, he says, there's discussions and arguments and disagreements with all the players. So there was disagreement with Bonucci too. There's no problem. It's just a normal day at work. You know, those things happen with every team, every player.
Do you guys think that Juventus made a good move getting rid of Caldara, who had a lot of potential?
Bad move.
And,
Very bad move.
and Higuain, which Higuain, we know that they had to let go of him because he was making a lot of money at Juventus. His salary was high. To get Bonucci, which Bonucci right now makes Juventus a better team. The center back was an issue for Juventus. To go in to the next season with Benatia or Rugani was not going to be good enough. They tried for Godin. They didn't get Godin. They went for Bonucci. Do you think Juventus made a good move going for Bonucci, bringing him back?
I think Bonucci is a good move, but I think Higuain was a bad move. You don't get rid of Higuain. Higuain is a very good center forward who's going to score a lot of goals. Now, who's going to be the center forward for
Ronaldo.
Juventus?
Mandzukic.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's not a center forward.
Ronaldo.
They already said that Ronaldo.
Okay, but Ronaldo with Real Madrid never played center forward.
did last year.
Comes from the wing.
He started
But
playing more centrally.
he always played with Benzema. Okay, when Benzema played, it was not a center forward, and Benzema played most of the games. So I would have liked to have Higuain, which would have been like Benzema there. And I know he's got Douglas Costa, he's got Dybala on the wings. I mean, those are two great wings which are going to put the ball in the middle, and Ronaldo's going to get a lot of balls. But I would have liked also the alternative could have been with Higuain and Dybala on one side and Ronaldo on the other side. I would have liked that too.
I
Now,
agree.
what's the
I agree.
difference in price? So Higuain was making what, 8 million?
Yeah, 7.5 million.
7.5 million. How much is Bonucci making?
5.5.
5.5?
Yeah.
So
Took
the
a pay
difference
cut.
is, huh?
He took a pay cut.
Yeah, he
as
took
well.
a he took a
He
big
took
pay.
a pay
Good.
cut.
He was gonna make 10 million at Milan. That's what he was making
Thank
with bonuses.
So,
Yeah.
Thank God.
so the
we got
difference
rid of
was
him. Yeah, break.
$2 million was the difference. You just, you know, I don't
Do you
know.
think Bonucci makes Juventus a better team
Yes.
than Higuain makes them?
Listen,
Well, with the players
Bonucci.
they have now,
If
yeah.
you had to do that, if you
I
had
have
to do that
news
to
for
get rid
you.
of Caldara, you
I
would
have
do it?
news for you.
If that was a deal, because they said that Higuain, they tried to sell him to Chelsea. Chelsea was not going to spend the money that Juventus wanted, so they did this. Do you think that they made the right decision?
I would have kept Higuain.
So you wouldn't have made the
I don't
move.
know.
I think
Peter,
wanna
let
make
me
that
ask you
move.
something.
I
Hold on,
would-
I have a
I
question.
want-
Let
I
Peter-
want
let Peter comment
I
on
wanted
it.
Higuain on the team.
Let Peter comment on
I
it.
think in the if you look at the starting lineup, right? Ronaldo, you just spent all that money. Ronaldo's going to be the center forward. Higuain was going to start from the bench. In that
Right.
case, Bonucci was going to be a starter, and also for Juventus, Bonucci as a center back, he is able to restart the attack
Yeah.
and be able. He's a great defender to give the long ball and stuff like that. When you
He
have
sent balls today to Ronaldo.
Yeah,
There was a few
exactly.
already, like the first
so
game.
he can build up from the back, and that's
Yeah.
something that Juventus needs, especially in the Champions League,
I
where
agree.
you get high press from the different.
Now let me ask you
tactics.
something else about this
So-
Bonucci. Bonucci,
Yeah.
the first 5 or 6 games that he played for AC Milan, he was the main guy responsible for allowing Icardi, your boy,
Yeah.
to score 3 goals for 3 of his mistakes. Wait,
He was
let
a
me-
disaster, I mean.
He was a disaster.
He was a disaster.
Listen to me, one more thing. This Bonucci here is going to have to reconcile himself with the Juventus tifosi. And every time that he's going to be making a mistake, the guy's under the microscope.
Yeah,
He
They're
already
gonna boom him
commented
big
on
time.
this. He
But
commented on
the-
that.
Okay.
He
The
said, "I'm going to
first-
make their
the
booze
first
into
time
applause."
he scores, the first time
Yeah.
he makes the crucial intervention,
Yeah.
he'll have Juventus supporters back.
And the first time that he's going to make a mistake, what they're going to do? They're going to boo him to death.
Oh yeah, he'll probably have a little rough start, but the thing is, he knows already how Allegri wants to play. He knows how Juventus as an organization runs their team. And also, he's going to have Chiellini next to him, who could save a lot of things, where Romagnoli, on the other hand, wasn't able to clean up.
How old
say
is
that-
Bonucci? How old is Bonucci?
He's 32?
32.
31,
And you spend
32?
that kind of money.
Something
Listen, I
like
think
that.
we made a great deal. Caldara is a young guy. He's going to do very well with us. And Higuain, I don't know. I have
You're
my doubt
crazy.
about him.
You're crazy.
Juve's doing what they need to do to win the Champions League now,
Yeah.
like Peter was saying now.
Yeah.
Listen, they went to the final 2 times in, 5 years? Now there's
Now there is no other question. If you don't win the Champions League now, it's over.
That's not
Right?
how it works,
It's not.
Antonio.
But
there are
they
also
want
8
to
other
do it.
teams that are at the same level of you trying
Don't
to
give
win.
me that.
That's how it
Don't
works.
give me
That's
that.
how the Champions League
Don't
works.
give me that.
Listen, Bonucci let me say what Bonucci said in his press conference. Number 1, he said, "I've been a Juventino since I was born," which I thought was funny. Anyway,
Right?
he said he said that he made a decision to go to Milan at an emotional time in his life, and he made the wrong decision, and now he's making the right decision. This is what he says. And then they
How
asked
do you
him,
feel as a Milanista?
he was your captain, and then the captain's just taken, begging to leave.
I think he came as a disruptor, this Bonucci, because he came to AC Milan, he came to take the fascia di capitano, he didn't
He
play
didn't take it, you guys gave it to him.
No, he didn't play like
What
a
do you
captain.
mean? What do you mean? It's AC Milan made the decision.
No,
not
they didn't
him.
make the decision.
They didn't make the
guy
decision.
came because they made a big stunt to say we'll take Bonucci away from Juventus and all
Yeah,
the stuff.
and
give
make
you
him
the
a
captainship.
captain.
Yeah, they make him. Well, he didn't leave it on the field, Gaetano. He didn't play extremely well for AC Milan.
Romagnoli's going to be the next captain, which is good.
Tell your coach.
Huh?
Tell your
Who?
your director why he made the move.
Listen, Milan, like we're saying, we'll talk about Milan. Milan has done so many good things. I was not hoping, because I love Gattuso, but I think the right move Milan could have made is to grab Conte.
No. Conte
Then you
is-
would have had a team that really would have competed.
Poor
for the
Conte is
Champions League.
unemployed right now.
Let's
He's looking
you
at
guys
the
made
team.
such
Let's
good- you
see
guys
what
made
Gattuso
such
is
good-
going to do from the beginning of the season. Last year he started after they moved away
Yeah.
from Montella. This year Gattuso is starting from the beginning. They know what the player. They know what Gattuso is expecting from them.
Yeah.
If they don't produce, they're sitting on the bench.
You guys have a very
Okay.
good team. I think your defense is good. Your attack is much better. You got rid of Andre Silva. He's at Sevilla now. You've been missing a striker since Zlatan left. You haven't had a goal scorer
Hey.
who could get you double digits, and you got it with Higuain. Your midfield is
You're
not that
forgetting
good.
something. You're forgetting something. Maldini is going to be coordinating the defensive.
Finally.
The defensive of AC
Well,
Milan.
I don't know if he's
So
going to
the
coach.
No, it's not going to be coaching, but it's going to be the defensive coordinator. The guy, even if it's going to be from the tribuna, he's going to be watching down.
That was
he's
a
gonna
good
say,
sign.
Hey,
You guys did good.
Guys,
I
this
don't-
is what I want you to play defense.
No, he's not. Maldini knows better. He's not gonna give his 2 cents. His role is as a director. He's gonna remain a director. He's
And
one
for
of
the youth, he's gonna help
signori
out
del
the youth.
calcio.
But Gattuso values his opinion. I'm sure he's going to bring him
For
in.
sure values his opinion, but I don't think he would give the 2 cents if he didn't have to. He knows already he's a professional. When you talk about legend, talking about signore del calcio, I think it was a great move that Milan went after 2 class act, Leonardo and Maldini. Finally, there's some idea of what it is to be Milan. You know, they played with Milan.
Yeah.
They know how to win, and it's a time that finally someone's giving them the chance to take control of this team. Gattuso, like you said, you want Conte. Gattuso is pretty much the poor man's Conte. If you see him on the field, he's yelling at everybody. He tries to get the 100% out of everyone.
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
thing that's to be seen
Tactic.
is his tactics,
Yeah.
because Conte is already proven. But let's give Gattuso a chance. Why already get rid of him? He
Never.
already had a good role, you know, for the half of the season that he was at Milan. He didn't have particularly any players that really.
He had players.
No.
He had good players.
Up top,
You guys
it was
have very
Kalinic
good
and Andre
players.
Silva.
Okay.
Kalinic.
You spent
Not-
money in the wrong places.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it wasn't his team. Now it's finally his team,
True,
and he
but-
can make decisions. They're also looking at
So
Bakayoko, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're saying it's
that's
close.
somebody in the midfield that could break play and also have a little creative
Our
edge.
midfield is good.
But
We have
before-
Suso, we have a few decent players on the midfield.
Before
that can do
before
it.
saying that Maldini and Leonardo were great signings, it's more about them accepting Milan, because Maldini said, I rejected Milan multiple times because he didn't believe that there was structure, that there was organization, that the good people were in charge. So I think it's a good time to be a Milan fan too. You know, you said that to Peter as an Inter fan. It's a good time for both the Milan clubs. They finally look like they have some stability. Suning has been doing very good over the past few years. They've created a foundation, and now is the year that it's really going to explode. And Milan, listen, you got Maldini, you got Leonardo. He did better in this time than Fasone and
It just
Mirabelli
needs
did.
time. It just needs time to develop.
Elliot Holding, they've finally
Yeah.
got the
Control.
team.
Control
yeah,
of
control
the-
of the team.
yeah.
So they
Dad, say the lineup.
Peter,
this is what Milan could look like. Donnarumma, Conti, Caldara, Romagnoli, Rodriguez, Kessi, Biglia, Bonaventura, Suso, Higuain e Calhanoglu.
The top, the
And what
strikers
about
are
Cutrone?
good.
Cutrone is not even on the starting?
Ecco,
No,
Cutrone,
Higuain.
Yeah.
Higuain.
Higuain, you guys come on.
Cutrone, you're with this Cutrone.
Hey, listen to me. Cutrone is going to play for the Italian national team.
Okay.
But he's
Okay.
he's
It's
still
gonna
young,
start.
so
He's still
chance.
young. He's
So-
you watch. I'd rather to have him as a backup. Hey,
You're a little bit weak.
Where?
In midfield.
The midfield is a little bit weak. Maybe I mean, you have to see how Caldara and Romagnoli do.
If Conte is healthy, Conte is healthy.
You gotta put Calabria instead of Ricardo.
Yeah,
Rodriguez.
I don't like
Ricardo Rodriguez
I
has
like
experience.
He's such a liability, though.
I'm not a big fan.
He doesn't track back, though.
He's non-stop.
I'm not a big
He's
fan.
not-
I like Calabria.
Put Roma, let's see
Also,
what they have.
with Milan, everyone says, the midfield. Biglia had a really bad year,
Yeah.
but before that, with Lazio, he was a top regista. He played in the national team for Argentina. So, I mean...
What about Bonaventura? What about Suso? Those are the three of the best midfielders.
So, the thing is, there's a chance for Milan... it's not necessarily that they're going to have a poor season,
All right.
but they
We're going to do
definitely could go
4-3-3, Catano. Milan is doing 4-3-3.
Yeah, 4-2-3. Now let's go to Inter 4-2-3-1. Andanovic. You got Asamoah, Skriniar, Davraya, Versalico, Gagliardini, Brozovic, which is pretty good there. Politano, Nainggolan, Perisic, and Icardi. Not bad.
I like the young kid.
And Keita Balde's coming.
Yeah, well, the thing is also
Ke-
Inter
and
right
Keita-
now,
Keita Balde instead of
all these
Candreva.
players that they got, they can change formations how they want. They were even talking
It's not
about a
bad.
three-man defense. Because remember, we have Miranda,
Yeah.
Brazil national
Yeah.
team, great defender. He had a great season last year with.
But,
So
Yeah.
it's a 4-3
Yeah.
to 1.
We don't know.
4-2.
we can
We don't
still
know
change
yet.
it because
4-2-3-1.
Lautaro Martinez
He's a great player.
been
Yes,
playing.
I like
Seen
this
him
kid.
play?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cassano also said about him, too.
I like the kid. I like the kid.
he's a
Lautaro Martinez
hustler.
is going to do a lot of damage
Yeah.
for everybody.
see.
He's one of those players
Nah,
that
I
can
don't
just
know.
keeps on running.
I don't know. I don't
think
go
he's
off like
great.
YouTube and that.
No,
I've never seen him play.
I
I
watched
saw him
play
playing.
in
I'm telling you,
friendly
it's all
games.
over the places. This guy
Where do you see him,
here.
Antonio?
He's a hustler.
He scored a spectacular goal the other
That was a
day.
friendly. I could have scored that.
No. Not easy to
He
score.
is.
That was a friendly.
Let's shift the conversation to Napoli. Napoli has
Oh,
been
boy.
a summer to forget, I think you could say. They haven't signed anybody big. They lost Jorginho. They lost Sarri. They lost their
Pepe Reina.
They lost their two playmakers. Pepe Reina is not that big of a loss.
I'm just saying they lost.
They lost their two big playmakers. They still have not signed their Cavani. De Laurentiis says he's their Cavani. De Laurentiis, the fans, they're split. A lot of Napoli fans are split. Some say, let's stick by De Laurentiis because, he got us out from Serie C. And some say De Laurentiis is not letting us become a great team when we have the ability to become a great team. He did just buy your team of Bari. So
Yes, thank God. I applaud him for doing that. And, I applaud him just for kicking Sarri on the butt. Because Sarri, I think, is a disgraceful guy that no one should have been allowed to... A coach of that caliber, if you're a good coach, you stay and play and coach in Serie A. No, you've been coaching, you're stepping away and you've been coaching on the Premier League. That is fine. But then don't come, we should not be complaining if Italy does not make it a World Cup because, our coaching staff is not interested in
they
coaching.
replaced Sarri with Ancelotti.
Listen to me, but thank God, Ancelotti is back in.
They took Ancelotti before Sarri even left.
Well, that's
Yes,
not
they
true.
did. They
Sarri stabbed De Laurentiis
No,
on the
he
back.
didn't. No, he
Okay.
didn't.
They saw a better opportunity for
Sarri is the main reason.
so that's why they got
Sarri is the main reasons why Napoli didn't win the
That's not
Scudetto.
true.
He
That's
didn't
not
use
true.
his bench, and then he's trying to blame everybody.
That's
He's
not
trying to
true.
throw. He's
Listen,
trying to blame
the
the proprietà because they didn't buy him enough players. What do you want?
Okay, listen. First of all, congratulations to Sarri. He won his first Premier League game. He's one of all the Italian coaches, almost all of them, besides Ranieri, have won their debuts. So congratulations to
And
Sarri.
Jorginho
And
scored.
Jorginho
That's
scored.
right, on his
In his first
debut.
game, the Premier League fans are obsessed with Jorginho. He's already had a great relationship. They got Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho in their midfield, Chelsea's midfield. So with them and Sarri, I think he's going to have a good time over there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he
before we say
needs
that-
a centre forward and he's set.
Okay, but we're talking about Napoli. For Napoli, they needed a center forward. For me to go in with Milik and not get Cavani, who they're saying, De Laurentiis said, if Cavani wants to come, he's got to call me and he's got to tell me that he's going to make a price negotiation and then maybe I'll think about
His
it.
salary's too high, though.
Come on.
Hey,
Okay, but
hey.
Napoli has made money. They're in
Here's the
Champions
deal.
League.
Here's the deal. I got a
You're
deal.
second place of
I got a deal for Sarri.
Inter have taken over your
I
team.
got a
Not making
deal
any
for
signs.
Sarri.
10 million.
I mean, I got a deal for De Laurentiis. Today is Balotelli's birthday. Happy birthday, Mario. You're right there. You see the shirt? Okay, Balotelli will come, senza ingaggio, and just to give him, make him an offer.
I don't know if you're gonna
That's
play
it.
for free.
He's not
This
gonna
is
play.
profession. He's got to
Listen,
feed his
come
kid.
on.
Balotelli give him $2-3 million. He'll come and play for Napoli.
It's true that
It'll
you're
be
right.
interesting.
They asked Balotelli. They said, "How come you're not going to Napoli?" And he said, "Don't ask me. Ask De Laurentiis."
Okay.
Yeah.
He would be great too.
Some conflict over
Napoli needs something.
Let's look at the lineup for Napoli.
It's the same without Jorginho.
I feel bad for Ancelotti.
Why? Yeah, I do too. He's got a
But,
bad.
We're gonna see how good of a coach he is.
I don't agree.
There's
You don't agree? What do you think?
Insigne, Mertens, and Callejon up front. I mean, that's what they.
Callejon is.
Yeah, Callejon isn't that what he used to
I mean,
be.
there's
I would put
nothing.
Balotelli on the mix.
Everybody bought some.
Yeah.
You know, everybody
They-
spent money, and
Peter,
you know,
why don't you think-
Ancelotti's
what-
is
why
not
don't
getting.
Who's in
agree.
midfield? Who's in midfield now?
Midfield is Allen, Amsic, and Ruiz.
Come on.
Well,
Ruiz-
this guy Ruiz is
It's good.
good.
Give
He's
me a
under
ranking for
20
Napoli.
Napoli
Spain. The
finished
only thing
4
is,
points
we'll
from
see.
the Scudetto. You got to do more to improve your team, not take a step
Yeah.
backwards.
I don't think they
There's
took
no-
a step
there's no
back.
sense
I
of-
think they
just
took
haven't-
3 steps back.
They haven't gotten anybody, but the most important thing is Napoli. They didn't lose anybody either.
Well, they did.
besides
They lost
Jorginho.
Jorginho and
Jorginho's
Sarri.
the heart of their
Jorginho
team.
and Sarri, the two.
Ancelotti is
Who's the
arguably one of the
goalkeeper?
Ancelotti, yeah.
better
Huh?
Italian
Who's the goalkeeper,
coaches.
Meret.
Oh, that's great.
If he stays healthy,
That's
he's always
Well,
you got Carnesi. Whatever. How do you say it?
Scaramezzi,
Oh, there you
Scaramezzi.
go.
the Greek
they
guy.
signed the Greek guy. His
They
first
signed
game,
both of them.
they're going to get a third goalkeeper now.
Yeah.
They're going to get
Why?
Ochoa,
It's not good,
the
can I
Mexican
say?
guy.
Not Ochoa. No, he's fantastic.
Tick.
But they're gonna play obviously the young
Alright.
Italian keeper.
I have a question. Who's gonna get Milankovic?
I think he's
Maybe
gonna
nobody.
stay. I think he's gonna stay a
Too
lot.
much
To be
money.
honest, no one's
You
gonna,
think he's
no one's
gonna
gonna go
stay?
for him.
Yeah.
I'm happy that he stays.
AC Milan is looking in.
Juve's got to make that push. We
Oh,
should steal.
Oh.
Juventus should steal Modric. That would be the first
Yes.
one I would try to steal. then either Pogba or Savic.
Well, who else you want? You want Messi too?
Financial fair play.
We didn't talk about Juve, but
That's
what
what
I
they
will
do.
say is Juve have an unbelievable team. The team is better than last season, but there's still a problem to me in the midfield. I don't know Emre Can. I'm not gonna go based off what other people tell me because I got to see the guy play. Matuidi, Pjanic, Emre Can doesn't excite me in the midfield. I don't think that they solve their midfield problem, and I hope that that's not the downfall of the Juventus in
But
Champions
Matuidi
League.
is good.
And Buffon is still not there. He's at PSG,
Oh,
which was a big
Buffon,
mistake.
leave him alone. Okay, listen,
They
guys.
screwed up.
Listen.
Juventus screwed up to me in those things, but their mercato. You signed Cristiano Ronaldo. You could forgive a lot of that stuff. What do you think about Roma? What do you think of Roma?
Roma, I think, is going to do well. I like Di Francesco.
They
He's one
sold
of the-
Nainggolan.
There's a question about Roma's Mercato. Who else do they need a side to
Roma. Go ahead. I'll look for the lineup.
Listen, Roma have sold Nainggolan. Who else did they sell? I'm blanking now.
go for? They sold their goalkeeper Alisson.
Yeah.
They sold Alisson, the best goalkeeper in the world last year.
I think that's the biggest.
But you lose Nainggolan is the key to this, and they lost him. They lost him because they didn't want him anymore. Because
Who's
Nainggolan,
they? They who?
the management didn't like him because of the drinking problems and what he did on social media, and they kicked him out of Roma.
I don't know about that.
So
It's the truth.
I saw Roma when they left the other day. They left from JFK, and I spoke to some of the players. I spoke to
Chic.
I spoke to Sheikh, but the midfielder, they told me that this kid Cristante is going to be really good.
Excellent.
From Atalanta. Everyone
Yeah,
is come
they
from
told me
Atalanta.
that he's a national team player. Of course, De Rossi is still in the midfield. Pastore is there. Pastore is
It's at the end of his career.
is a good player. Depending, they got a 4-3-3 here with Cristante, De Rossi, Pastore, up front Kluivert, Dzeko, and Under. I don't know. The
forward line doesn't
convince me.
It's not the team that went to the Champions League.
Doesn't convince
semifinals.
me. I also saw them play against Real Madrid. It was two different levels.
Well, the preseason friendlies are always tough to tell.
Yeah, but the level of playing was, so I'm not sure. There's a lot of question marks about
Yeah.
Roma. But I did get a chance to say hello to Manolas, and he said to me, he says, say hello to the El Greco.
Who said that?
Manolas.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. And he
you
said, bring this to El
No
Greco.
way.
Oh,
Wow, I didn't even see that.
There you go, Mike.
Michael's gonna start crying.
There you go.
Jeez.
There you go.
Wait,
I
really?
don't know.
It
El
says
Greco.
Manolas.
El Greco.
Constantinos
Holy
Manolas. Jeez.
shit.
That was a
Amazing,
good idea.
Manolas, you're the best. Gaetano,
Say something
thank
in
you for
Greek.
letting me know.
Say something in Greek.
Say
Manolas,
Ella, say something Greek,
Iso
Ella.
Carliteros. That means
Literos.
Manolas, you're the best.
Oh, you
But
Wow.
there was one thing that he said while I was going on board the aircraft.
Yeah.
He was saying Malaka. I don't know what that means, but that's what he was
boy.
saying.
It's not a
Have a
good
good
word.
day?
It's not a good word.
Yeah.
The one word I know in
Yeah.
Greek.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy your flight.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
That was
That's
good.
signed
That was
by.
Awesome. Look, it's ticket
cool.
and everything.
That's personally signed by him
Amazing.
for you.
This is the only guy that he doesn't hate. He always he goes around, jumps around. Manol's the only stable
He's a
guy.
great defender. I have news for you. I mean, he's Greek, but he's he's a great defender. He's a great
Listen,
defender.
Roma,
He's a warrior.
Roma almost signed Malcolm, and then Barcelona ended up stealing him, who was a really big talent. And I think that Roma took a step backwards to try to take 2 steps forward. You know, Monchi was criticized big time in his press conference when they sold Alisson. And what was how much did they buy him for? 70 million?
I think you did
The
a great
highest for a
idea.
goalkeeper in
The
history.
most
Great idea. Sell
Until
it.
Chelsea just
Until-
broke.
exactly.
The most expensive in a goalkeeper until Kepa from Chelsea. But anyway, Monchi was saying, he says, you guys think that I have all the power. It seems like I get to decide everything. But you have to realize that there are also players on the other side of these transfers who tell me, he goes, what am I supposed to do when Salah tells me I want to go to Liverpool? He goes, everybody looks at me, why did I sell Salah? But, you know, we got 40 million for a player that we got cheap, and he wanted to go. Alisson, same thing. He said he's an incredible keeper, probably the best in the world. We got 70 million, which is an offer that you can't refuse for a goalkeeper. When we have another good goalkeeper on our side, he goes, this is money that we reinvest.
I think they did
They got
great.
Kluivert.
Excellent
They took-
idea.
They took a step backwards, a big step backwards, that they're not going to do very good next season. But they are trying to build for the future. They're trying to create a young team. They're trying to bring in some different, players. I don't know. I didn't love it, but it's not.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I mean, if you have, if your objective is to win a championship, to do well in the Champions League,
It's not, though.
you're not
It's
going
not
in the right direction with this team.
Well,
For next year.
They didn't buy any big
For
name
next year.
players.
They're promising
a lot of
players.
promising.
They're very invested
So,
for the future,
yeah,
not
so it's
for
a lot
the
of,
now.
a lot of question marks.
Yeah.
But you never know. Maybe one of these guys can really.
And then they're
going
gonna
to
sell him.
because Kluivert.
Hopefully not.
That's how it always goes.
It depends what type of team they want to be.
Yeah.
Is it a team to sell
Catania,
or is
look
it
at
a
the
team to
lineup
be able to
for
compete?
the Serie A
Yeah.
next
So
week.
I mean, also
lineup.
they have
I mean,
Perotti.
the games.
I always love Perotti.
Ah.
He's not the greatest of players, but he's a solid.
He's
I
very
like
solid.
He's a
I would get
solid
rid of
player.
Perotti and El Shaarawy. I would get rid of
De
both of them.
Rossi's,
Of course, the Warrior. Yeah.
captain
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have lost
They-
Nainggolan.
The real weak part is the goalkeeper. I think is a question mark.
Olsen.
He's a question mark.
Because-
Olsen or Mirante.
The only time I've really seen him was during Sweden games and stuff like that, and he's not that caliber goalkeeper. You find a lot better goalkeepers.
He did
in-
very well
in
when we
Italy.
played against them.
In Italy.
Someone said we're all very split. Roma fans are very split. Rate their mercato.
Listen,
Give a quick number out of 10.
Right
I'll let you
now,
guys.
5.
6.5.
What, to Roma?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know.
They didn't replace him adequately, to be honest. That I know of.
Four for now, 6.5.
I
for
will
the
give
future.
him a 7 because they made a lot of money on the goalkeeper. That's a smart move.
And where's the money
Somebody's
gonna
offering
go?
you $75 million. You take
Let's
it.
see.
Okay, Dad,
I
what do you
believe
say?
in the project.
As a Roma fan.
For Roma?
Yeah, rate their mercato.
No, 6.
6? It's pretty high. Who was the best and most shocking transfer signing in the Serie A?
I mean,
Come on.
Has to be
Come on, guys.
Ronaldo.
What is it, guys?
Second.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
Second. What's
What are you
second?
saying? Like, it's,
I don't know about that.
I think Nainggolan would be.
I think
that's
Sturaro to
I will say
Sporting.
Caldara. Caldara is going to be the biggest thing
Where are you going?
for the
He's
Italian
going up
national
there too.
team. It's going to be the biggest thing. Caldara and Calabria, with double C's.
There's a question. Who do you
And
guys?
you left Cutronia.
Well, Cutrone, triple C, you're right.
There's
But
another
it's not
one
a
of
defender.
dark horses. Who do you guys think is going to impress? A player specifically, or a team, like a mid-table team that's going to impress, like Atalanta, what they've been doing.
Listen,
in the past.
Atalanta, they impress every year because of
Exactly.
the coaching.
But do you think there's going to be a new team?
Atalanta will never disappoint anyone. Even if they are the middle of the range team, they always bring top of the line talent. Don't forget, AC Milan has got 4 Atalanta players. Actually, you make it 5 because what's his name? Bonaventura was an Atalanta player too. So he's got Conte, he's got Bonaventura, he's got Kessier.
There's
He's
a lot of players that come
he's
from
got
Gagliardini
Gagliardini,
from Atalanta.
yeah.
well,
also.
Gagliardini, but he went to Inter, he didn't go to Milan.
Oh, you're talking just from Milan
Yeah.
specifically?
So we
There's a
got.
lot of Atalanta players.
Cristante.
Roma got Cristante, Spinazzola from Juventus.
But Cristante,
There's
don't
just so
forget that
many.
Cristante was an AC Milan. He started as an AC
Yeah, I
Milan.
know. And then he went to
And then
Atalanta.
he
Where is
went to Atalanta.
Spinazzola now?
He's
He's at
at
Juventus.
Juventus.
He's
Yeah.
a right back, right?
Left back.
Left back.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, he was. Oh, I don't know if he was there. He might have been injured.
maybe.
You mean on the tour?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But-
don't know. I don't think it was on the tour.
Yeah,
No,
he wasn't. I
not
think
there.
he was. I don't know. Maybe they could.
How would you
special
play
trips.
this Juventus? This Juventus. You got Quadrado, you got Mandzukic, you got Dybala, you got Ronaldo, Bernardeschi, Douglas Costa. You got these 6. How would you play them?
I'll play them the simple way. You just attack them. You press them on the ball quickly.
No, not like that.
Oh,
not
with
like
the
that.
scheme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tactics.
You put a 4-4-2.
All right. Who are you doing?
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
Ooh,
Yeah.
They're not
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
that.
I don't
Yeah.
know about
It's
that.
either gonna be a
It's gonna be
4-3-3 or a
4-2-3.
4-2-3-1.
It's a 4.
No, as a defense, if you're defending Juventus, you put a 4-4-2 on the field.
Peter, how would you play these
You
guys?
have to play 4-3-3 because then you have.
And then
the
who's
chance-
a 3?
It's got to be. I think what Gaetano said before. It's
Dybala?
gotta be Dybala, Douglas Costa, Cristiano Ronaldo. Those are your top 3.
And you
Wow.
leave Quadrado and Mandzukic on the
You
bench.
leave them on the
Those are
bench, but they
great
can come
impact
in.
subs right there.
You
You
know?
bring them in second half.
And
What do you
Quadrado's
think?
done in the past.
Well, they have a lot of competition. I mean, they're going to play every 3 days. So the alternative, probably take Douglas Costa out and put Mandzukic on the
I
left.
put Quadrado.
But you would do the 3 like he
And,
says? How they're gonna start like a
For
Champions
Champions League
match?
game, yeah. How would you
for
put
the
them?
champion.
Yeah, Champions
the
League, like
strongest
a
squad,
very important
the
team.
strongest squad that you can play.
Like, would you do 4, 3 and 1, or would you do 3 up top?
Well, whatever the formation is, even if you put Douglas Costa on one side and the ball on the other side, they both have to come back.
Well, who would you start? Who are you gonna start?
You start on lineup.
Depending on who you're playing against, you could start with Douglas Costa and Dybala, or if you put the 4-2-3-1, then the 3. Who would the 3 be? It could be Mandzukic, Dybala, and Quadrado. It could be
Forget so many.
Douglas
Yeah,
Costa,
Jeez.
Dybala, and Quadrado.
You're taking one national team guy from the bench and you
Yeah.
put another national team guy inside the
Their
bench.
second
They're
team
all
could
national
be
team
competing for the
players.
Scudetto
What-
too.
Or
Yeah.
there's another thing that you can do if you put the 4-2-3-1 is put Mandzukic as the 1,
Yeah,
which he did in the World Cup. He played in the World Cup, and then the 3 here.
Ronaldo.
It could be Ronaldo,
Dybala.
Dybala, Quadrado, Ronaldo, Dybala, Douglas Costa. You have so
Switch
much.
them.
Yeah,
I
you have
think-
so much.
Guys, right now also we were talking about the Serie A spending a lot. Serie A has spent over $1 billion in the transfer market combined, all of our teams. The Premier League's at like 1.1 billion. The La Liga is almost half of what we've done, 600 million. Same thing with Bundesliga. It seems like the perception, at least now, like we've told you how much growth we've had with the arrival of Ronaldo, because so many people, like I said, the kid outside, kid wears a Real Madrid shirt all year. I always see him every time I walk to the studio. He's wearing a Real Madrid shirt. I always argue with him. I say, oh, I'm going to get you a Roma jersey or a Juve jersey. Now he comes up to me, I need a Ronaldo jersey. I want a Juventus jersey. I want a Juventus jersey. So people are watching the Serie A. We had the rights deals also sold in the United States. ESPN won the bid. ESPN's 1 game a week on TV
Oh, God.
And
and
the rest
9 online.
Online.
But
So it's
online
even
you have
less
to
than
pay.
being
So,
sports, and even less.
so it's
than
less than
being
being sports.
So we might as well step forward and we can do the stuff right now.
We'll just broadcast it
Oh,
right here.
yeah.
Listen, but come on. The only thing is 1 game. This is United States, by the way. Canada is going to be announced very soon this week. The problem is every game is going to be. How are you not going to show Ronaldo every game? They're going to show Juventus every game. I think that it's going to be very hard for ESPN to play the matches.
So, but if there's a game on Saturday and Sunday,
No, they show
One game a week.
One game.
Once a
It's
week.
upsetting,
One
really.
yeah,
Everyone-
Because
Anyway,
Serie A
what it
fans
is,
are
it's just
disappointed.
because it's moving along. A lot of people are getting away from TV,
Yeah.
and they all have online
That's true. Their phones,
subscriptions and stuff like that. So the ESPN Plus app is not expensive. It's $4.99 a month, but it's something in addition that you have to have, and it's not going to be the usual cable vision and stuff
It
like
should
that.
come. If
Well,
you have an
listen.
ESPN channel, it should come.
It should.
But
It should.
At the end of the day, if you look
Unfortunately.
at it, if you have a regular, if you have a regular cable provider, it's still gonna show it on that. So it's not, BN, you had to pay a whole new subscription, even though it's gonna be one
Yeah,
a
but at
week.
least
It's
you
gonna
have
bring
two-
in
It
more.
would show a lot of
fans at the end
games
of
though.
the day.
And Rye, the
Yeah,
only
bring
thing
in
is
more
Rye.
fans.
Rye got HD, but they're
What
also
about
reducing the number of matches that they show. I don't know if
Really?
it's yeah. They're not
Wow.
going to show every game anymore. They're not going to
Wow.
do everything. Is that you with your foot?
where's my
Yeah, Rye went HD, but they took away some games.
my shoes?
That's pathetic.
Yeah.
I think. Because
I don't
we already
know.
don't have the chance to watch every game the way we should, and we lost it again. You know, even worse. But
Canada has some good options. I heard that what they're going to get is going to be
But
a little bit better than ours.
Why they so cheap when it comes down to Serie A? I don't
They
understand.
have other
No,
sports.
it's
and
not
a
true.
lot of-
well, ESPN.
Serie A was asking for a lot of money.
Yeah. No,
And-
but also
and-
ESPN, unfortunately, they have so many sports to show, and
Yeah.
that's the only thing that was upsetting when I first
Yeah.
heard it, because I said right away, I was like,
It's gonna be tough
We're
to see that.
Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons,
It's
not
it's
gonna-
college football. Sundays, it's this baseball, it's this sport. So
It's gonna be
already
so
soccer is going to be
competitive.
on the.
You know, I use
But,
my computer and my phone all day, but for me, for some reason, I love watching a game
Yeah,
on
I know.
TV.
I don't-
Yeah, no, you
watch
want to
it.
go to the. I mean, yesterday they showed the Premier League. It was like
the best.
3 games in a row.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
it's insane.
You
They
can
have
watch,
the best
you can
coverage.
watch
You
every
can-
one of Crystal
you can watch
Palace's
some
games.
And now,
relegation
and now
battle
today
games.
they probably show another 2-3 games.
Yes,
you know?
they did.
They did.
but
All of
NBC.
them.
NBC
NBC
has a different
NBC.
channel
Not
for this
overlapping too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They can see
ESPN,
NBC,
yeah, but,
they can also-
but about ESPN, they got
Yeah,
10 different channels.
But the
They're
thing
only
is,
gonna show one
ESPN,
game a week.
As far as sports is concerned, they already have a variety of sports. NBC, they have
They're
hockey.
focused on the
and
Premier League.
Their focus is Premier League. That's the thing.
Their deal is also a lot more expensive than ours. Also, Bundesliga won something really good, where Bundesliga is going to be shown on TV like crazy. I think it's Fox.
Well, Fox
Yeah.
right now has the rights.
Their games this year are going to be like on TV everywhere. So
Mhm.
the only good thing, though, I will say about ESPN, like Mike said, it is accessible. And if they do their review show, it'll give the opportunity for people who don't watch the Serie A an opportunity to, see
Yeah,
highlights of the goals.
For you fans and don't even watch the
But
sport.
I'm telling you, people are not going to go on ESPN Plus. I already know so many people,
Yeah, I
our
don't
friends.
think-
Nobody wants to
It's
pay.
not as good for the
nobody
peop-
wants to
the
pay
current
to
Serie
go on
A
ESPN
fans.
Plus on your TV,
What
on
about
your
Sky?
computer.
What about Sky TV?
No, that's in Italy.
Okay, but you can still get Sky over here.
No, you can't.
You can get Sky over here.
Antonio's got a guy.
I can get Sky. I can connect you with someone with Sky.
You gotta go to Body for that one.
Why?
Okay, let me ask actually
yeah.
a very good questions and take a little thinking on this. The top 4 right now, there's still gonna be some signings, but the top 4 for next season, what's it gonna be?
I'll
The
go.
Scudetto.
I'll go Juventus, Inter, Napoli, Milan.
Okay.
And I'll say, just to add on top of that, before everybody goes back and says this, I think Inter and Juventus are going to be very close. I wouldn't be that crazy surprised if Inter did win it, and I wouldn't be surprised if Roma and Milan switched, or if Napoli were
Okay, this
further.
guy's saying
But either way, that's what I say.
Who's
Mike.
next?
Mike.
Oh God, Antonio, go.
I'll go next. I think Inter is going to win the campionato.
Okay.
Juventus is going to come second because they're going to be focused all the time on trying to
Champions
win
League.
the Champions League.
I agree, yeah.
Then it's going to be, I don't know, maybe us, AC Milan, and maybe Roma.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Napoli.
I'm sorry, Napoli. Roma comes fifth.
So Milan third.
Milan third, yeah.
Yeah.
I think what Allegri said in the press conference is this is going to be one of the toughest year because of all the pressure that's going to be on winning. I mean, he has to win now because of Ronaldo every game, and that creates more pressure. And also, the teams that are going to play against Juventus are all going to go really strong, and maybe they're going to close themselves up because of Ronaldo. So this for Juventus, I think, is going to be a very difficult year, difficult than the other years. Do they still have enough to win the Italian Serie A? Yeah, they're still going to win the Italian Serie A. As far as the second place, if Milankovic stays with Lazio, I like Lazio.
Really?
I think Lazio
Second place?
I think Lazio is going to
Jesus.
do
Better than
Okay.
Inter?
is going to do well, and then Inter. Inter probably. I will go with Juventus, Inter, Lazio.
And fourth?
For the fourth team, I feel so bad for Napoli, but they're not going to go anywhere.
Oh boy.
Milan, there's a lot
Be
to see there if they're going to come through. Roma, I'm disappointed. So,
Pick up Milan, that's okay. You'll
which
feel
other
good,
team
alright.
is there? I mean,
No. You can't really go for anybody.
yeah, there's nothing.
It's
there's
between
no-
those three.
How about Fiorentina? They're
Okay,
having
can we look at the first game? The
Oh,
first,
wait.
first game
Peter,
of-
Peter and Michael.
Oh, sorry.
This guy.
Oh, Peter, come on, say Inter number 1, come on.
I'm gonna say Inter is gonna win the Scudetto.
Wow.
And the
the
Champions.
Conference.
Also because
And the
Juventus-
Let's replay now.
Juventus in season that ends 8-9, right?
Ah, come
They
on,
never-
don't tell me you
they
believe
haven't
in that.
had-
Oh, yeah.
Superstitious.
Ah.
They don't win, right?
They don't win.
Good.
So
Oh man.
Inter,
Inter,
Juventus,
Juventus, Milan,
I think Napoli is still
okay.
gonna be there because Ancelotti.
But there's going to be a
And
gap
I
between
agree.
second and third, right?
I'm not necessarily sure.
Really?
Because I think you know why? I think there's more competitive teams this year. So I don't think there's gonna be that big difference between 1 and 2. You know, 1 and 2
1 and
being
2 is
close.
gonna
No,
be
but I'm saying
close.
1 and 2 being close, and then a big drop. I
I think
so
there
this
will
year.
be.
3 Napoli, 4 I agree with Gaetano. I think Lazio is the dark horse of this season because not just Milinkovic-Savic staying. If you look overall, the team hasn't really changed, and they played well last year. They
The
deserve.
defense, though, De Vrij.
No,
So what?
well they lost
They're
the right, but
right,
they
give me a
picked
break.
up. If you could check, they picked up someone.
They got Correia up
Able to
top,
check.
who's a great. He used to
Correia
play.
and Badel.
Yeah.
Badel
He's
is a
playing
regista.
Sassuolo, right?
Is a regista for Fiorentina.
Correia, I'm
Croatia,
very
he's a
excited
good
about. And they kept Immobile. Immobile was the big
Yeah,
guy to keep.
Immobile.
But the
Luis-
defense, I feel like they didn't fix the defense.
Luis
enough.
Alberto.
Luis Alberto stayed, yeah.
What's his, Leva.
Mike,
Lucas
And
Leiva
Leiva.
still
what's your
there.
top 4?
My top
Oh, so you
four.
give Lazio 4?
Lazio the fourth.
I'm giving Juventus. They're gonna win it. Juventus is gonna have a very good season. Second place, I'm going with Inter. Third place, I'm going with Roma, and fourth place, Lazio. I don't think
Napoli?
Napoli
Milan?
bad
What about
season.
Milan?
Milan are gonna come after.
6th again?
I think they're gonna go. Sixth.
Who did you
Wait,
pick?
where'd you put
The first
Milan?
one?
Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I think Lazio fourth, Roma fifth, and Milan sixth.
I said you.
gonna do just as
Juventus,
bad as next
Inter,
year?
Roma, and Lazio.
Did you choose a 4th?
The fourth one, I'll go with. I'll go with Roma.
Roma.
Ooh, okay.
Any other
The player that Lazio picked up was Acerbi
Acerbi.
in the back.
Oh, Acerbi,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
He's a fighter though. I love it. I respect Acerbi for everything that's
100%, yeah.
happened to him.
So
Oh,
the Serie A starts
wait.
next week, and can we just go
6
over?
days.
Oh,
6 days.
6 days.
6 days from
less
now.
than a week.
Less than a week.
Less than
Wait,
a week.
can we
Oh,
say
boy.
also? I think one of the things that I'm excited for that we'll go around. What are you most excited for? This one won't be my most, but Cristiano Ronaldo is obviously number 1. Number 2, Fiorentina's attack. Chiesa, Simeone,
Piazza.
and Piazza.
And Mirallas too.
Yeah.
Mirallas
So we
signed
get-
up.
Nah,
I don't-
Oh,
you're talking about. I'm saying who I'm excited for. I'm excited for that
This guy,
trident up
okay.
top. Simeone. I said last year was going to be his breakout. I wouldn't consider it really a breakout. I think this season it's going to be his breakout. Chiesa is going to step up. Piazza is going to have time. I'm very excited for Fiorentina for those 3. What about you? What are you
Give me
most
the dark
excited
horse.
for?
AC Milan.
Just blanket statement.
I like
AC
to see.
Milan?
I like to see Cutrone scoring 15 goals.
You're talking too much about Cutrone.
Cutrone is going to score 15 goals. Maybe Higuain is going to, not be a ball hagger all the time. He's going to, it's going to just pass the ball and just make him score too. Because Cutrone is a very good, very unselfish. He's going to put Higuain on the position to score. So I would like to see Cutrone, Higuain, and I wanted to see this year Bonaventura and Çalhanoğlu just taking a.
Çalhanoğlu could
They
do
did
very
very
well.
well.
Last year he did good for his
Sold
first
on
season.
him.
But last year he did good for. He did
He's
well.
got game.
For,
This guy's got
yeah,
game.
he
I
does.
don't wanna prove me wrong.
Yeah, what are
He's
you
got
most
game.
excited for?
I'm very excited with Frosinone because
the hell?
they have.
The hell is that? You're ruining it.
Can you imagine when Juventus is going to go play Frosinone and all those things? It's
Everyone's
gonna
gonna be watching from their balconies,
Yeah,
right?
though they have 10,000 people
Oh my
there.
God.
Including cats and dogs.
Yeah. You know the excitement that's going to be there.
So is that what you
You
said?
should be careful because Carlo is from
Yeah.
that area.
Should
So
say
he
Parma.
would
Parma back in
appreciate
Serie
that.
A.
Carlo Ancelotti.
No.
Charlie Candela.
Peter, what are you most excited for?
Oh, I think just the whole level of Serie A, everyone watching Serie A. I think a lot of the mid-level teams, like we said, Fiorentina is looking good. Lazio looks good. I think Roma is also going to be good. I'm not necessarily. I didn't pick them in the top 4. What I'm saying is this competition.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
think
Yeah.
you're going to say, okay,
No free-
Juventus
there
is
is
going to
nothing
go.
is freebie.
Inter-
It's not just a
So-
top 4. It's more. It's more
So
about
yeah, so
I got
it's
it.
like the old Serie A when the
Yeah.
Sette Sorellastro, no? They had the 7 stepsisters.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks
Everyone's
like
compa-
maybe not
everyone's
this year, but
competing.
even next year, maybe there's a push.
I
More
agree.
money being brought in Serie A.
The
brought in
rebirth is
Italy.
coming, really. This
The
is
renaissance.
Mike,
Sure.
what do you say?
Well,
Thing you're
what
most
I
excited
say-
for the Serie A?
Inter as a team, to be honest, they got me.
It's a fair
they're,
one.
they're doing amazing. Hopefully they can get Rafinha to close it off because Modric isn't looking likely.
Modric would
they
be
just have an
beautiful.
exciting team. And I'm
Listen,
rooting for
I gotta
them.
say one more thing. Everybody's been getting so mad at us because we want Modric on Inter, but it's so good for the Serie A. People got mad when we wanted Ronaldo to come to Juventus. People get mad that we want Modric. champions. This is Modric is the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah.
To not want him in the Serie A, you could love Milan, you could love everything, but look at what even
the sake of
Ronaldo
the
does for
Serie
you.
A.
What Ronaldo did. Juve signs Ronaldo. You know, you don't think that Inter think to themselves, "Oh, listen, we want to compete. Let's sign, somebody." Milan thinks we got to get Higuain. We got to get somebody. So that's the effect that world-class players have. And it seems like world-class players are wanting to come back to the Serie A. So I'm very excited for that. And I think all the hype around Serie A, the Premier League, of course, is always going to be number one right now. But the La Liga doesn't have the same attraction. Bundesliga doesn't have the same attraction that the Serie A has for this season.
100%.
Hopefully on
All
TV
the
we
eyes
see it a
gonna be
little
on
bit
the
more.
Serie A.
Hey,
this
I
season.
want to say one thing that I still on the back of my head, and
Yes.
I think I'm still have hope about this thing here. I haven't seen AC Milan structure for the ownership still settled yet. So this new ownership that we have, they took over from a failed attempt from this Chinese group to make money.
But you
Because
trust in Maldini, no?
I trust Maldini right now, but I would like to see Rocco Commisso taking over this team.
To end it off.
If Rocco Commisso takes over this team, he's a real soccer fan. Even though he grew up like a Juventus fan, but neither
He's
was
a winner,
Berlusconi. Neither was Berlusconi an AC Milan fan. Berlusconi was an Inter fan, right? So I like to see Rocco Commisso eventually taking this team, and then that will make my
That
day.
put the cherry on
That would
top,
be great.
right?
That
for
will
Sen-
put the cherry on the. It will put the
You know
cherry.
who else was an Inter fan?
Who?
Andrea Pirlo.
Well, I got news for you. Andrea Pirlo won most of his trophy and championship with AC Milan.
Like,
Is
because
he?
he's a
Are you
professional.
sure?
Oh yes, I'm
I
positive.
think
Yeah,
no.
it's
I think he's a Milan fan.
No, he's an
Because
Inter
his
fan.
son is a big Milan fan.
He's an
His son
Inter
is a
fan. He
big
wrote
Milan
in his book. And he,
I think
when I
Bonucci's
spoke
probably
with
an
him.
Inter fan.
Yeah, but Bonucci also said he was an Inter. Somebody pulled up when Bonucci said, "I've been Juventino since I was born." Somebody pulled up a quote from 2008 where he says,
an
"I
Inter.
grew up an Inter fan."
Yeah.
See,
Let's go over the games on Sunday.
Okay.
And if you guys can predict the score,
Oh boy.
we'll
okay.
write it down.
I like this.
Score or win?
Yeah.
Score?
No,
we lose or
no,
tie.
we lose or tie.
Tie,
we'll
yeah.
lose or
Let's
tie.
go.
Otherwise it's-
So Chievo Juventus.
Oh,
Maybe winning Juventus. Maybe.
come on.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for we put
Poor Kiev.
Chievo Juventus. We
He
put
was gonna put 13 guys in net.
2.
Okay.
Come on.
Cuba, Juventus?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Juventus. Everybody get Juventus, of course.
Okay, Juve Juventus.
Yeah,
Okay, we have a guest over there. Juve Juventus.
Yeah.
Juve. Okay. All right. So the next game is Lazio Napoli.
Oh boy.
Lazio.
A tie. I
Okay,
said a tie.
Could be a tie, but I'm
Marco.
Lazio.
Lazio 1.
I want
Lazio plays home.
Mike.
I want to.
A tie. A tie. A tie.
A tie is probably fair.
Me?
Lazio.
What do you say?
Peter.
X.
Antonio.
Napoli.
Oh boy. Carnesi's Wonder Show.
Tie.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Next game Torino Roma.
Roma.
Marco.
Roma. That's me or yeah.
Yeah, 2. Torino Roma. Mike.
Roma.
2.
Anto.
I'll take a tie. It's a
Tie.
tie.
I'll go Torino Roma. I go X. Peter.
2.
2. Roma 2. All right, next game Parma Udinese.
Ooh.
Let's start with Parma Udinese.
Parma gonna fight, man. Parma gonna fight.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
1 X2. You don't know.
Tie.
Okay. Antonio
I will take Parma.
1.
Yeah.
Peter
1.
1. Gaetano
That's
2.
you.
2. Mike.
Parma are gonna fight, but it's gonna be a tie.
Okay.
2.
2. Next game Milan Genoa.
1.
Grande Genoa.
1.
Wait, who is it?
Okay,
Milan
Antonio 1. Milan Genoa. Peter
X.
Yeah.
1. Mike.
Milan. Gonzalo's gonna score a nice brace on his debut.
Marco.
If Gonzalo doesn't play, then it's a tie.
Why would he
but I'll put
tie?
Milan
Why would he
on.
play?
You never know.
Okay.
Oh, Peter,
Yeah.
you're so
Yeah.
generous,
Yeah.
Peter.
What?
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Empoli Cagliari.
Oh, okay.
Cagliari.
Yeah. Nah.
All right.
Cagliari.
Empoli Cagliari. Marco 1. Mike.
No.
Cagliari.
No.
Oh, 2.
Cagliari. We got a Greek on there, Lykoyannis. Good luck. Forza Cagliari.
2.
Yeah.
Forza Castello.
Castedo.
Me 1.
Okay, put an X.
Me 1.
1.
Yeah.
Peter?
1.
2. Okay. Next game. Sassuolo Inter Milan.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lautaro right there.
I don't have to
Feel
ask
that.
Peter, right? I don't have to ask
I say
you.
2, but it's a tough game.
Yeah, good one. Tough game. That was a funny one, Peter.
Inter, Sassuolo Inter. Inter 2.
Can we wait for
Uh-oh.
Antonio's response?
Antonio.
Give it a tie.
Oh, boy. He did that because you put Milan Genoa as a tie.
I gotta get even.
Mike?
Two.
both
Come on, you're
twos.
kidding me.
Both
God is
twos.
gonna have bicycle kicks left and right.
Sampdoria Fiorentina.
Good game.
Oh,
Wow.
Marco.
boy.
I'll go with the tie. Even
I'll
though
go-
Sampdoria
I'll
doesn't
go
look
with
too
Mike.
good.
I go with Fiorentina.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go with Fiorentina.
Guys, we need Sampdoria to make a few signings. We need Sampdoria to make signings.
I go with Fiorentina.
Fiorentina
They're
looking
attacked. They need a
so-
striker. Sampdoria need a striker.
Yeah.
Peter?
Fiorentina.
2.
2 for me.
2. Tie. Okay.
Man,
Squagliarella Silva.
Bologna Spal.
Bologna.
They got
Inzaghi. Bologna.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Inzaghi's first game in
And
Serie
Toro
A.
City
Bologna
one.
Spal.
One.
So Marco,
One, one, one.
1.
Wait, who?
Mike,
Who is it? Who we playing?
Bologna.
Bologna Spal.
Bologna. Come on. Who we kidding around here?
Peter. Tie.
X.
X. Antonio,
1.
Bologna, 1. And the last game, Atlanta against Frosinone, my team.
Frosinone.
Your team.
I will say 1 Atalanta.
Atalanta. Oh, congrats to Atalanta. They won their Europa League game. The first.
Nice.
One. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, also happy birthday to Sampdoria. It's actually their
And
it's their
Balotelli.
birthday. And Balotelli.
And Adamo.
And Adamo.
who works
Who else
with
we
us.
got? Just say someone else. We're on a roll.
There's somebody else. It was Allegri's yesterday.
And happy
yeah?
birthday to your father. It's going to be, what, 25 in a couple days,
In
right?
a couple days.
Aye.
Allegri was,
Yeah, I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
I got
or
tired.
today.
You missed that
I
WhatsApp
missed-
message.
Atlanta Frosinone.
Atalanta
Oh,
Frosinone.
boy.
X.
Okay, Peter,
Oh, Zanetti's birthday the other day
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Zanetti's birthday.
Yesterday.
Mike,
Wait, who?
Atlanta
Atalanta Frosinone.
Frosinone.
Atalanta. My man Pop was gonna be scoring.
Atalanta. Atalanta looks good. Zapata already scored. His first game
Yeah,
he scored
he's
for
on fire.
Atalanta. They took Zapata, the striker from Sampdoria.
He was like,
Yeah.
guys.
I like that Zapata to stay in AC
I'm gonna take a picture because somebody's gonna start
You know
changing.
Marco's ready.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has a light
Yeah.
already.
me.
Yeah,
I don't
the
need to change
cheaters.
mine.
Let me take a picture of this thing here. Don't
You
trust
guys
those
both
guys.
got a picture.
I don't trust those guys.
You gotta put a Greek flag under me. There's too many M's.
Jeez. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. The Serie A is back, only 6 days away. IFTV's podcast is back. Antonio, what do they have to do? It's been a while.
Guys, make sure that when you watch this podcast, you rate it with number 5.
There we
Okay.
Just like your best
Number
hotel,
2,
right?
this is the platform, and it's not just for us. We do this for you guys, okay? This is the best platform for soccer inside of the entire world, okay? This
Entire
platform
world.
is on the ocean, it's on the ground too. It travels on the seas and it travels on the ground. So you make sure your voice is going to be heard, can only be heard over here, and your voice and your opinion counts. We value your opinion. We make soccer possible because that's what we do. We watch the game and we comment on the game and we are the real tifosi. So stick with us and you're gonna like it.
And Forza.
And Forza Milan, Forza Sassuolo.
Forza Serie A!
Forza IFTV.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Rate this podcast if you've enjoyed. And as always, see you soon.
Ciao, guys. Beautiful. Wow, that was a good one, huh? We might have a lot of
Antonio, how long were you preparing that one for?
Me.
You spoke very well.